my victory. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. Time to be blessed. Oh yeah. I'm walking into my destiny. Have for me. It's my time. It's my time. Yes, it is. It's my time. It's my time. Time to be restored. Taken back. I got victory. It's my time. It's my time now. Yes, it is. It's my time. It's my time. Time to be blessed. Time to walk into my destiny. What you have for me. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time. Time to be restored. Time to take back what you stole from me. My victory. It's my time. 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 Oh, yeah. It's my time. 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 It's my
This is how I had a wreck. And this is how I got my check.
All right, get a check. All right, get a
Call
check.
Barsby Johnson and Associates 478-257-6266 478-257-6266 and get that check.
Namaste, Middle Georgia. This is Richard Hunt, and it's gospel. I am carrying on the legacy of my wonderful mother, Sarah Mincy Hunt. Join in each week from 10 to 11 a.m., and we will discuss various topics. We will interview local ministers and health professionals. I'm looking forward to sharing this time with you. WDDO, The Glory, 107.9 FM, 980 AM.
It's AM and FM, how you heard it in the old days. The new 107.9 FM and 980 AM WDDO, The Glory.
Even while living 6 feet apart,
Bad things can still happen.
if you get in an accident and have been hurt,
Call us. We might be able to help you.
the Dozier Law Firm, we've been here and will be here for the duration.
The Glory 980 AM WDDO is sponsored by B. Scott Legal Solutions, specializing in family law, criminal law, and general practice. Looking for a way out? Let B. Scott Legal Solutions figure this out. Don't allow your situation to entrap you. Call 833-4B-SCOTT. 833-4B-SCOTT. 833-427-2688. B. Scott Legal is ready right now to help you and your family find a solution. Call now. B. Scott Legal Solutions. History repeats itself. The new dynamic duo, 107.9 FM and 980 AM, connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the
the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Welcome to the Issues of Life broadcast with your host, Evelyn Reed. This show will address health, religious, and political issues that our communities face daily. Let's go live into the studio with your host, Evelyn Reed, for the Issues of Life broadcast, right here on The Glory, 107.9 FM, 980 AM, WDDO.
And good afternoon and welcome to Issues of Life. I am so delighted that you decided to join me today. And today we're going to be dealing with some health issues and how to deal with natural remedies. Most people don't really think about the natural things that God created from the Garden of Eden to give to us so our bodies can stay healthy. But if you are experiencing some sickness in your body, one of the things you must do first before anything, don't even think about asking God until these things that you should do. And that is first, examine yourself. And in examining yourself, if you're holding anger, malice, bitterness, grudging, all those things, complaining spirits, you have to get rid of them. So the first thing you need to do is ask God to help you to forgive those people who have hurt you, because you're asking God to heal you, and you can't be healed if you're carrying a bunch of junk in your system. So what he wants you to do is just ask. And then he asked him to introduce you to some natural products that he made for you to be healed. And also to ask him a question: how can I take these products without causing my body to get sicker or other stuff to go on in my body? You have to think about the manner that God gave the children of Israel when they were coming out of Egypt, and he rained down manna from heaven. And he said, this is how you eat this. You eat this 6 days, and on the sixth day, you add a little more to it. But the children chose to do it not the way God said, and he caused the manna to turn into worms. Well, that happens to you too. When you are paying attention to your body and you get a lot of parasites, and it's more than one kind of parasite that can enter your body. So, what you want to do is ask God first to forgive you of your sins and teach you, if it's His will, teach you how to be healed. Now, when you're starting your healing process, write it down so that somebody else can get a benefit from things that you have learned. So, put it in a book or put it in a journal. uh, Journal what's happening to you and how you see any herbs or anything that's helping you. Now, remember, cancer is a fungus, and that fungus causes leukemia, diabetes, it causes prostate cancer, liver, lung, and all the cancers that you can get in your body. But it also causes dementia, and it causes Alzheimer's. So you have to pay attention to what's going on in your body, and also check with your parents. See how many pills they are on. If they are taking 29 pills or 15 pills or more, you need to know what the side effects of those pills are, because sometimes when your parents go to one doctor, he'll give you a prescription, and then they go to another and he'll give you a prescription, and then another. And so you're taking all these pills, but they don't ever take you off of those pills that you were taking before. So you need to ask those questions, and you need to pay attention, and that in that paying attention, you will be able to heal yourself. And you also have to ask the question: is this medicine that I'm taking clashing with other things? You need to know that. You have to find that out. You can't wait for the doctor to tell you. And the reason you can't is because doctors don't know medicine. They give you medicine based on the pharmaceutical companies, and they don't know it. However, when you go to a pharmacist, they say, do you have any questions about this medication that I'm getting ready to give you? And most people say, no, no, but you really don't even know the name of the medication, or you can't pronounce the name of the medication. So when you're looking up that medication, looking for the side effects of that medication, what you need to do is look it up in Latin. And you can always ask your computer to give you the Latin word for any kind of medication that you're doing. Also, you can go to Books A Million and get a book called a PDR. A PDR will give you the side effects of any medicine. It will also give you information that you need to know about what you're taking. And you need to know what the medical association says that this will be what the doctors will use. So, for example, if you have cancer, the medical American Medical Association said this is how we're going to treat it. One, we're going to cut it out. Two, we're going to burn it out. And three, we're going to poison it out. Now, poison is the chemo. I'm not telling you not to take chemo, but I am telling you if you decide to take chemo, you need to make sure your immune system can handle what that chemo will do for you, because it not just kills cancer. It does kill cancer, but it kills all the cells in your body. It kills the immune system. So you need to make sure if you're going to take chemo that your immune system is strong enough to take that cancer and live. So you don't just take it because somebody told you that you need to take it, and don't let all these people come and tell you a bunch of junk. If they haven't researched this stuff, just don't let them do that. And you need to look at the foods that you're eating. God has given us some good plants that He has, and some of the safety tips that may be helpful to you is as you begin your regimen of remedies, know and understand the plants you are taking, especially look at the benefits and the side effects. You need to know what those benefits are, and you need to know what the side effects are, and make sure you understand your diagnosis. Find out whether the herb you are taking or you have chosen will work for your kind of sickness or disease. You need to know these things. And most of us, when we go to the doctor, we say, but the doctor said, when you see young people when they have babies, and the old grandmas be saying, but you can do this and you can do that. And they say, but the doctor said, but the doctor said. And so you need to do that. Don't just take a herb because your friends or relatives told you about it. You need to research for yourself to find out what it is. Um, and you research each herb, because in the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth, He gave us every herb that we can get. And He says, not only for you, but I'm giving the same herbs and the same grass and the same stuff to the animals. So they were born to eat the same foods that we eat. And that is like when you're watching a cow, he's eating the grass, the horses are eating the grass, monkeys eat grass, all of that. Most people say, I can't eat grass. The problem with our world today is greed has caused people to put so many chemicals in the natural ground, and it causes a lot of illness in the body. And then you need to study the history of any kind of herb that you would take and learn whether it can cause a problem like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, or other major issues. So when you're studying, uh, you can always go back and use the Bible. It says, Evelyn, study to show yourself approved. A workman need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So when you're dividing the word of truth, that's not just in your health, that's in everything. If you're going to be a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant, you need to study to show yourself approved in whatever you're doing, so that you will know exactly what you're doing and what you're taking. And recently, I did a study on wild lettuce, and I was surprised at what wild lettuce will do. So, from the wild lettuce, not only did I make a tea for myself, but I also made pain relief from wild lettuce. It's amazing what God has given us, but that's what it is. And most people don't even know it exists. But I bet you if you go out in your yard, you can see what wild lettuce is. So, you need to do some research. And a good thing to do with your children is teach them. Oh, this is a dandelion. This is this. This is that. Why you want to teach your children. So if something happens and they can't get to medicine, they can go to their actual yard and find some medicine um, that will help them. You need to know when to avoid a particular herb and how long you can take it. Don't just go and say, well, I'm going to take this for the rest of my life because it did such a good thing for me. So you learn the side effects, what they cause. If it causes blurred vision, then that medicine may not be for you. If it causes diarrhea, you need to make sure that the herb is not causing the diarrhea or increase salvation in your mouth. If you're getting a lot of watery type feelings in your mouth and a irregular heartbeat, you need to know. And not just for herbs, but you also need to know this for the medication that your doctor has given you. If it's causing a irregular heartbeat or nausea or numbness in your arms or legs, you need to know about this. And numbness around your mouth. It's like, oh, my mouth is numb. I can't talk. I can't eat. Um, and if it slows your heartbeat or it speeds up your heartbeat, if it causes the throat closure, all this stuff is stuff you need to know. It has nothing to do with me or what I'm telling you, or even what your doctors tell you. Because when you get to your doctor, the first thing he's going to say, well, Ms. Reed, what's going on with you? And then you tell him, and then he bases it on what you said. But you know your body better than any doctor because God gave it to you. So you have to um, be wise as a serpent, soft as a dove. Now, if you have a question for me, you can call me at 478-250-1444. That's 478-250-1444. And we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, and Link. So you can see us live on any of that. Now you want to also if any medicine or anything is causing you to vomit, you need to know that, or weakness. Um, and then you need to know how much is a dose, because sometimes when you get natural medicine or medicine from your doctor, you're in pain, you say, oh, I'm just going to double up on this. You need to know those side effects so that you're not doubling up on stuff that may cause you problems. And then you need to learn how your drugs interact, your natural medication that the doctor gave you, and any herbs that you were taking. You need to know how you are taking them and how they interact with each other, because you don't want to cause something to go on. Um, Study the reason why people are using herbs and see whether they will benefit you. You have to study those herbs. God gave them to us, but, and I feel a little fly flying around here. But anyway, God gave us all of these things, so we need to pay attention to them. And then if you get fever or headaches, don't just pop a pill. Most of us will do, when we get a headache, we just say, oh, I'll take a few aspirins, I'll take some Advil, I'll take ibuprofen. But you need to know the side effects of those. Now, if you are a woman and you take in ibuprofen and you have gone through menopause, the ibuprofen may cause internal bleeding, which makes you look or feel like your period has come on. Everybody can't take ibuprofen, so you need to make sure that you can. If it causes your blood pressure to go high, you need to know that. And if it causes inflammation, um, and any kind of stabbing pains in your body, make sure you know that the death can occur by your own abuse if you abuse the herbs that God has given us. So you got to pay attention. So, what I want to talk to you about is a collection of herbs that I have personally studied and used for myself. Now, I'm a 27 and a half years, and ain't God is good. That's a praise, isn't it? I'm 27 and a half years with lung cancer. But the good news is I'm still here, and it amazes me. It amazes me so much because I don't know why God allowed me to live when my doctor said I wouldn't live 5 years, but I'm still here. So I have a praise, and I can praise God. But I promise God, if you heal me, I will help anybody who asked of me. Um, and so that's what I try to do. And that's why I'm telling you all this good stuff that I learned over the years. Now, if you happen to be on radiation and you're taking radiation, there's certain things that you cannot eat with radiation. Red products like this sauce from spaghetti and all that stuff, it clashes with the radiation in your body. Sweet potatoes, if it's Thanksgiving and you just dip your finger in it, um, the sweet potatoes and radiation don't mix. So you need to make sure that the foods that you're eating when you're taking radiation is not clashing and causing other problems in your body. So I studied the aloe vera plant, and that plant, the history of the aloe vera plant is over 5,000 years. And some of the things that it has in it, it has minerals and vitamin A and C and E, and folic acid, and chlorine. It has B1, B2, B3, niacin, B6, and it contains B12 too. Calcium, magnesium, chromium, selenium, sodium, iron, potassium, copper, and manganese. So listen, when you feel, if you are getting cramps in your legs, if you wake up at night and your legs have cramps in them, or you feeling like you're having chest pains, most likely it's not a heart attack, but most likely it is low potassium in your body. So you need to make sure that you have potassium. Now, if you went to the hospital by ambulance and you're having chest pains, the doctor might say, well, let me go in and see if you're having a problem. The question you have to ask the doctor first is, Doc, before you go into my groin with a light and check my heart out, can you check my potassium to make sure that my potassium is not low? Because if you have low potassium, you will have leg cramps, and that leg cramps simulates a heart attack or makes you have chest pains to make you think you're having a heart attack. Now, something good that you can do is pineapple. Pineapple is good for all of that, to do that. So, and vitamin A helps your eyesight. I'm doing a new research, which I'm going to bring to you in a couple of days, of how to get rid of your glasses. Oh, I can't wait to do that one. I'm doing the study now. But the amazing thing is, when I do the studies, before I bring them to my people, I try to make sure I have tried it on myself. I don't give you anything that I haven't tried on myself, because it's important that you know this. Okay, it's important that you know that. So vitamin A helps the eyesight, and it's good for the skin, hair, and mucous membranes, which helps to keep them in good condition. And it also strengthens the immune system. And I'm trying a lot of this stuff because I'd like to develop my bones, my teeth, all of my cells in my body, because I want to make sure that I can live a long, long time. I want to live a long time if it's the Lord's will, but not. I don't want to live a long time and not know who I am. So one of the things that you learn when you're going through learning stuff, how to live, and one of the things that I want to challenge all of you, and next week you can tell me if the challenge worked for you. I want all of us, if you're listening to this show today, let's do a water challenge. In other words, no sweet tea, no Coke, no Sprite, no sweet, no lemonade, nothing all week. Just drink water for 7 days and see if that will help your system to clean it out, not only to clean it out, but to help you lose some weight. In fact, I lost 4 pounds last week just doing that. I don't know if you can see it, but I lost 4 pounds just doing a water challenge. So if you will do the water challenge with me and tell me at the end of the next week, when we come back on next Tuesday, you can say, hey, I did the water challenge and this is what I found that it works for me. So you can get your vitamin A from foods such as oranges, yellow vegetables, and nectarines, cantaloupe, and carrots, spinach, broccoli, butter, eggs, milk, fish oil, liver, beef, pork, chicken, and turkey and lamb. Now, a lot of people don't like lamb, but if you know how to fix it, it tastes pretty good. So these are some things that will give you your vitamin A. Your vitamin B is something different. It consists of several vitamins like B1, B2, B6, and B12, which has your biotin, your folic acid, your niacin. And the reason you need vitamin B6 is to help your metabolism. All your vitamin B's is good for you. So you want to make your metabolism so you can function. And if you are sick and you're listening to this show, try to do as much as you can for yourself. In other words, don't depend on somebody to baby you through this. If you are sick, you can have your pity party when you first find out your diagnosis. Cry as hard as you want to, scream, get mad. Now, get over it, because now it's time to go to work. You got to go to work to find out what's going on with you. So if you want to just hug the bed is not going to help you. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people do need to rest in the bed, but you don't want to just take and make the bed a habit and make sure people are waiting on you hand and foot. I love what my husband did for me. You know, he was, I thought at first it was cruel, but he said, I'm going to treat you the same way. I'm not going to treat you like you're sick or anything. And so he let me learn how to do stuff, even though at first I thought it was really bad, but the truth is it helps me. And so now it's like I can get my own water, I can fix my own food. However, he still does it. Don't get me wrong. He still spoils me a little, and I like that. But it's important to get your vitamin B's in there, and it moves your red blood cells through your body, which contains oxygen. Now, if you are sick, oxygen actually kills cancer in the body. So you need to make sure. But if you can't get to some oxygen and you have a one of those little things to breathe, or you can just sit at your table or in your bed and just breathe. And you're going, breathing in, letting it out, and counting. You know, when you count 15, when you go in, 15, let it out, 15. And what you're going to see is your body is taking in what you need in the B vitamins. And then there's the C vitamins, which is your ascorbic acid. And you need to pay attention. It's water soluble and it has a lot of antioxidants in it. And those antioxidants is what keeps you healthy. Now, when God created us, He gave us a motherboard. Okay, that's your DNA. And when your body gets sick, your motherboard sends out healthy cells for you. Okay. However, if the motherboard is not healthy, it's not going to send out healthy cells for you. What it's going to do is send out weak cells. So you want your cells when they're going to, let's say you have a cut, a burn, a bruise, or something going on with you. You want to make sure your cells are healthy enough when it comes from your motherboard. That is something God gave every human being, you, me, everybody else that was born on the face of the earth. He gives you that. And so you need to pay attention. So you need it because it's a part of the collagen, and collagen helps keep you young and pretty. Now, I probably need a whole lot of that, but it does help you. But it also helps the cells inside of your body to keep your cells healthy so you can look good for a long time. And it gives you strength to your bones and to your cartilage, your ligaments, your tendons, your muscles, your teeth, and your blood vessels. So you need that vitamin C. And when I have a cold and I take vitamin C, I don't just take one vitamin C. If I have a cold, because I'm a lung cancer patient, I increase my vitamin C up to 6,000 milligrams on a daily basis. Why do I do that? It's because I want to keep my lungs breathable, open, so I can do that. So because the vitamin C has that in that, and that's what I do. I give it to my husband and my daughter when we have colds in our house, so that we're not taking it along with you. It protects the gums and the muscles, and it speeds up the healing of wounds to present. And it also prevents soluble vitamin like A and other fatty vitamins that's in your body. So you need that vitamin C to do that. And you can also use some things that are natural, like citrus fruit, oranges, lemons, and other fruits like cantaloupe and strawberries and vegetables and broccoli and tomatoes and cabbage. So when you're looking at your food, if you are a diabetic and you go into a restaurant that has where you can have a buffet, if you are a diabetic, you need not take 5 carbs in one meal. So when you go down the buffet line, they have rice with gravy and mashed potatoes, and then they have mac and cheese, lima beans, a corn. All of those are carbs, and it turns into sugar. Now, you can have 1 carb in a meal, but you can't have 5 carbs. And so when you go into a church sociable and they're adding all these nice stuff, lemon cake, lime cake, pound cake, fried chicken, mac and cheese, potato salad, and you go through the line and you say, I'm just going to have a pinch of this and a little bit of that. I'm not going to have much, but you can lead yourself into a stroke. It's by your own hands because you didn't understand the carbs that you're getting. Now, however, if you happen to be in a situation where you're eating too many carbs, then you can use something like cinnamon. I use organic cinnamon. I carry it with me everywhere I go, just in case I have one of those days. I gotta have a something with a lot of sugar or carbs. You know, we have those breakdown days. Like I like banana splits and stuff like that, or ice cream. I can't eat all this ice cream because it will run my sugar too high. So I carry the organic cinnamon. And how you take that cinnamon is you put it in your hands and you take it under the tongue. Under the tongue. You put that cinnamon under the tongue. If your sugar is running too high, it will bring it down like within a few minutes, along with your medication. And you need to know what medications you're on, because your medication can be long acting or slow acting, and you need to find all of that out. It also reduces damage to the body from toxins and chemicals. So you need to make sure you're getting your vitamin C in your body. Then there's the vitamin D, which is a fat soluble vitamin. And the reason you need it is because it's part of the calcium aids to aid you in your health, in your intestines, and in your bone formation. The vitamin D is good for that. It also regulates calcium movements. Now, sometimes you can get too much calcium in your body, and sometimes you don't have enough in your body, but it helps the blood vessels and vice versa. It also helps preventing osteoporosis. So you need to think about what you're doing with your body. Egg yolks, milk, fish oil, cod liver oil, they all provide good doses of this of the vitamin D, and it also the sunlight and ultraviolet flights can also help the body sensitize vitamin D. So you got to look at what you're taking. You got to ask questions about what you're taking. Aloe vera is rich in amino acids and fatty acids and building blocks for protein. Now, sometimes I just buy the just a gallon jug of uh, aloe vera, and sometimes I just drink it straight up with the little clear stuff in there. It helps because I'm still making sure that my body is able to survive after all this stuff. So you got the amino acids, and that's building block for protein, and you need your protein in your body. Aloe vera contains three plant steroids, which is important for fatty acids, and this includes your HCl, and that's dealing with your cholesterol, and it lowers fats in the blood system. I know I'm not hearing this music, that it's almost time to go, because I wanted to tell you some more stuff about that. So if you have any questions that you wanted to ask me about any of the products that we do, please give me a call. My home number is 478-935-2948, or you can call me here at the station, 478-250-1444. When you're having fun, it's always time to go. But I will bring you more information on this on next week. And thank you for listening to me, and thank you for your calls and uh, time together. And remember, don't forget to ask God to forgive you so you can get
Thank
healed.
you for joining the Issues of Life broadcast with your host, EVELYN Reed. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday from 4:15 to 4:45 p.m. as she addresses the health, religious, and political issues that our communities face daily, right here on the Glory 107.9 FM, 980 AM, WDDO.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.